Hello and welcome back to another installment gaming video of your boy FabulousRae. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Um, you know, life just be lifing. Let's just say that work's been kicking my butt. I work 2 jobs, so there's been a lot of times where I've wanted to record, but for me, it was like I wanted to rest and also just game for myself because I don't always want to record myself gaming all the time. I just want to have some time where I just in my zone, in my own space. Just how like after a long day of work, you don't really feel like talking to anybody. Just watching your movie, your series by yourself. Don't care if you have kids or not. Just being in your moment and having your rest time until it's time to go to bed. It's just like that. So, there's been many times where I'm like, I could record, but I'd rather not, kind of in a sense. So, will be kind of interesting. I will try to, in my own way, get to steady recording. Y'all ran the last video up. I appreciate all the views, all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Hope you see more. Today, I was going to continue on the Outlast game, but I just worked Black Friday weekend, kicked my butt, so I'm just gonna play a smooth EA college football. Easy breezy, just lemon squeezy, all this stuff. So go ahead
and get started. So I got U of H, which is funny because I have multiple friends who have gone to U of H, and I still have never been to the campus. Always wanted to go just to see what it's like, but all that and whatnot. So hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. I'm probably gonna take the audio off of here just so I feel like sometimes when I'm gaming the audio it'll mess with how I'm talking and stuff like that. So, and I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving weekend. Only sign you probably should hear is just the players talking and kicking stuff like that. But hope y'all get a Thanksgiving weekend, spending time with the fam. I know I did. Very low key Thanksgiving. Very low key. Granted, I always consider mine low key because it's really just me, my mother, and my grandparents. But nothing too crazy. Always somehow have to work the day of Thanksgiving, so that's fun. But besides that, still good spending time with family and just being appreciative of things that we don't necessarily think of. Like, everyone's always expecting to come to a home, family, I mean, turkey and being with family, but there's others who have to work and oh, we're not doing this, may not have AC, might not be working, no heat, you know all that stuff, may not have any family, can't go visit them because they're in a whole different state, country. You never know. So it's just the small things. But yeah. But anyway, I'm not gonna be on a somber note. I'm gonna try my best to be uplifting in my own. What kind of hit stick was that? Um. Anywho, let me tell you about how my Black Friday went. I'm not going to list the store, of course, that I work at. Every time. Some shit always happens to me every time I start to play the game. But it's okay. This is EA. I should not. Did he catch that? Okay, he caught it. Anywho, so Black Friday, which was technically yesterday. Technically today is the day after Black Friday. So yesterday, by the time this release is gonna be very gone by then. I had to go in at 6 in the morning. That's right, 6. We didn't really open our store till 7, but just to prepare and stuff like that. So that was fun. Never worked that early for Black Friday, but I'm glad I came in early because, of course, I got off earlier. I got off at 2 The parking was insane, of course. Even though I showed up so early because all the associates who work at the other stores. Why was he open? Why? Okay. Associates were all there. We had to go through some secret entrance that I didn't even know existed in the mall that I work at. I was like, bruh, okay. I feel like some Mission Impossible type stuff. Of what's the flag? It better be on them. Yes, it's on them. Cool. Anywho, go work. Mind you, my first time working at Black Friday, someone got their card stolen in front of me. So at this point in time, this is my third Black Friday I've worked. I just kind of expect something to happen every year. Let's go. Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Actually, it might not be fast enough unless I could. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. Someone got their card stolen in front of me, and I can go back to that story. But, every year something tends to happen. So I'm just wondering in my head of like what's gonna happen this year, Rashawn. So it wasn't nothing crazy. My store had a very underwhelming Black Friday. We were trying to hit a certain goal. Fortunately, didn't hit it. It looked like if you were in the store, it looked like we hit it by the amount of people that came in. But unfortunately, we didn't hit the numbers that they wanted us to hit. So of course we have to try to make it up for the rest of the year. But at 6:30 in the morning, I have a couple that came in wanting to buy product of what I sell at the store. This lady, I guess newborn baby, or maybe I don't know how long babies tend to breastfeed for, but this lady was breastfeeding her child in my store. Mind you, she did it in the most discreet way. Like I'm glad she didn't just have tit out. Like it was just, I was like, hey, I need your email, blah blah blah, and her husband like walked away to go look at some more stuff, and she has the baby in one hand like this, and I'm like, oh, with the other hand, and I'm like, wait, that baby's sucking, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just wait for your husband to come back. I didn't say that to her, but I was just thinking that in my head of like, okay. So never seen that before. Like even family, I've never seen actual like breastfeeding occur like that. So that was an interesting experience for me. Oh yeah, this one lady, when of course selling stuff, we have signs in the store, as every store does, saying how much it is. So said product we were selling, if you got one, was $69. If you got two, was $109. This lady comes up to me and is like, so is it one for $69 or one for $109? I look at her like, if you don't read the fucking sign, why would we have a sign saying you can get one thing for $69 or $109? It's one for $69, two for $109. It's a deal. I was like, if you want to pay full price for that product, go ahead, but that's dumb if you want to do that. Like, you would want to save some money, but of course people got money to spend. Trust me, because today we had customers come in and say, yeah, we about to get 13 of these, and spent $1,000. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. Crazy. I feel like there's holding. Of course, anything good that happens in this football game always gets taken back. But spent $1,000. I was like, okay, I was responsible for it. I helped them out. I was all right, we got you, and we got it. Yeah. So I told lady that, I was like, no, it's one for $69, two for $109. And she said, oh, I didn't see your lettering in between the numbers is so small that I was like, obviously that's what you thought. And she's like, give me a high five. I said, are you a child? Right? I mean, I high fived her just because I wanted her to get out of my face respectfully. But I'm like, girl, just get the product and go. We got plenty more people. Like, why am I over here messing with you because you don't know how to read? And that is the biggest thing. What have we as humans done in our brains to where we just quickly assume something and don't read what it says? Like, I know books are still a thing. This is a pick. I already knew it once I threw it. Ooh, oh, quarterback. Nice. But like, what did we get to the point of? Oh, yada yada this, and I heard this other day of like, women complain that us men don't read instructions. Mind you, for this thing, it's both men and women. What are we doing where you can't stop and take the I know maybe your vision's not the best, you know, you might be squinting, but just take a good 5 to 15 seconds of, oh, one product for 69. Oh, this, you know, I get it if there's like, you know, how do you, what kind of Mahomes crap is that? Okay. Anywho, like I had a customer today. She looked and was like, "Hey, sir, I see this product says that it's quote unquote $15, but yet there's a sign right next to also I don't know why the signage was like very close to where it looked like it could have been 15 or $30." And I was like, "Oh no, correction, it is $15. The product below it is supposed to be 30." So she's like, "Okay, got it." So I get it in that circumstance. She clearly was like, "Okay, I got two numbers here. Which one is which?" And whatnot. But it's the simple one, and if you get two, one or not, like, what are we missing with that? I don't get it. But anywho, that's my Black Friday experience. Everything else was cool. Like, so I got to leave early, was big chilling. I was like, oh, it's 2 o'clock. I'm already out of here. Now, I will say another thing. Who is going to eat in a mall on Black Friday? Who in their right mind talking about, yeah, I want to eat at the food? I don't know what mall you go to. Mind you, my mall is not the best. We got the most generic food. I think the best thing in there is probably either our Korean corn dogs or maybe even Burger King. But everything else, wacky Asian food. I don't even know what we have. That's terrible. And I work at the mall, but I don't eat there because it's absolute ass. So I just hear customers talking about, yeah, we came on Black Friday just to go at my mall. Probably the next best thing is, which is expensive though, I would especially believe on Black Friday, is Cheesecake Factory. So why would you, unless you plan on going to Cheesecake Factory with your family on Thanksgiving, if they're even open, why would you say, yeah, I'm about to go eat this chummy Asian Chinese food, which I got nothing against Chinese food. I love Chinese food, but like the bad kind on Black Friday of all days, when you can, like, I looked at those customers like, are you smoking crack? Like, because there's no way. I'm quickly going to any other place or just eating my leftovers from Thanksgiving instead of going, hey, let me go to the mall and go get Arby's. Like, no. Because at this point, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't care if it's like my best friend or my mother. We're not going to the mall and eating. My mall doesn't have Arby's. I'm just saying as a sense of like, you know, how I wouldn't just go. Mind you, I'm an introvert anyway. As you see, I'm on my couch, you know. And I have another thing to say actually that doesn't relate to that game, because I was gonna say something. I have a hot take that probably has been said before. I don't believe women should touch product in a store they're not going to get. I just say this because I work in retail, and it's the store I work in is gender neutral. Doesn't matter if you're male or a woman. We got some for everybody. But I've noticed if males come in and they touch it, they might leave one or two. Like if I have 20 guys come in, maybe 2 or 3 guys might leave something out of place. But the women, and I'm not saying this of any offense, like please don't get offended of, oh, race sexualized. No, the women will come in, and I'm saying if they touch something, because there's a lot of times where a woman come in and they're like, oh no thank you, I'm just looking, and they look and then they don't touch nothing and they go about their business. That I'm cool with. But I'm saying for women that touch product in the store, if 20 of them come in, I feel about as if 12 of them are not putting it back the way that they should. They are, regardless if it's a purse, a wallet, earrings, they're just like, they might test it, put it on. They're not gonna put it back on the thing that it was on. They just gonna leave the earring there. Like, oh, okay, you know, someone will get it. Like, the least you can do for me working here is to put it back. I don't care. I don't expect you to be perfect and know the exact location of where it's gonna be at. But obviously, if it's a wallet, put it with other wallets. Don't be putting it with the backpacks that have their own separate sections. Like, what we doing? Like, what we doing? Because I don't know. I mean, it might just be the women that come to my store, but they will touch a backpack, mind you. And of course, our stuff is mixed with colors, so we got pattern and solid color, and then all this stuff. Women will be putting the brown backpack with the orange backpack. I'm like, when did brown and orange become the same color? And mind you, the way that we have it is like, I'm just giving an example, like brown, beige, or I guess brown is another. Hold on, I'm gonna take a little side note. Okay, it's not that. Maybe brown, beige, and I'm just gonna say blue. Let's just say we have those 3 together, and then we have it said maybe red, orange, yellow, green, blah blah blah. Why would you put the brown with the red? That don't belong together. You know, put it in its respective area. It's not specifically color coded. We don't have it like specifically color coded. But I'm just saying, of like, you could at least attempt to put it back in the section that it's in. Like, even if a wallet, if there's a wallet tower that's full of wallets, why are you leaving a wallet by the jewelry? That's not where it belongs. It belongs in the wallet tower. There's no way I just completed a Hail Mary. There's no way I just completed that. I thought he was gonna go out of bounds. With U of H of all, I'm not saying U of H is a bad football team. I'm not talking about, I barely know them. What was that defense doing? Cause there's no what was Virginia? What are y'all doing? Cause there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And I there's no. Oh my god. No. There's I'm just baffled. For anyone who knows about football, there's very rare time you can actually get away with that, because most time defense is gonna be on you. They not gonna even let you catch the ball. But the way he caught it and then stayed in bounds and couldn't even, insane. Okay, but anyway, as I was saying, why would you put the wallets in the wallet tower by the purses? They don't go there. They go with the rest of the wallets. I'm just saying. That's my hot take. Women should not touch product unless you know you're getting it. And of course, if you're getting it, then you do whatever you want with it. But just make sure it goes back in its respective space. Because at the end of the day, if I got earrings by the shoes, and the shoes by the backpacks, and the backpacks by the wallets, and the wallets by underwear, that's just a whole lot of chaos I gotta deal with. When you as the customer could quickly and easily put it back, so then I won't have to spend an extra 30 minutes on the clock having to put everything back the way it is, when I can just easily and quickly just close. Because I always close. That's why I'm complaining, because I'm always having to put stuff back the way it is. Thankfully, of course, I didn't close it Black Friday, because I'm pretty sure it looked terrible. But I'm just saying, for other times I've closed, I'm like, where did this come from? Like, what are we doing? Like, you a grown adult. You just said in your mind, like, the exception I will give is if you got kids. That's the exception, because of course kids are gonna touch stuff, and you can't control where they be moving stuff. Like, I had a dad today, his little baby boy, who's probably not even older than 2 or 3, was like putting his hands on stuff and started moving, and dad was like, hold on, what you doing, or whatever. So, you know, for moms dealing with children, I give you a pass, because of course you don't want your child to touch anything, but children are curious, they're gonna want to touch stuff. Anywho, but you know what I'm saying, of like, just put it where it need to be put. Just as you don't put the dirty laundry in the sink, and you don't put your homework in the trash. Don't belong there. Put stuff where it belongs. Makes your day a whole lot easier when you put your clothes, your dirty clothes, in the dirty clothes hamper, and you put your homework and your backpack where it needs to be, and you put your trash in the trash can instead of on the ground, or just not even throwing it away so your trash is crumbed. You know, just have accountability. I don't care how lazy you are. It's just like, bruh, don't even be thinking. And there is another thing. I guess it's just assume it's like, oh, well, they work here, so yeah, I'm gonna. But like, don't be that person. Literally today when I was at work, a customer asked me how my day was. And I joked and said, you're probably the first and only person who asked me that. And that's true, because any other customer who asked me, I want to ask them, oh, hello, welcome in, and you know, I started a conversation with them, how's your day? They don't even reciprocate it. You're not even thinking. You're just like, oh, that's their job, they work here, blah blah blah. Unless you get a good vibe with the person of like, oh, like I mess with them, like, okay, they can help me, or oh, they on the type of vibe I'm feeling, you know. Same thing of like, I was like, bro, I was legit, I was like, bro, you're probably the first and only customer who's gonna ask me. He's like, what? He's like, people don't. I said, no, nobody even think about the associates who gotta work here, the managers or whatever, unless you personally know them. You don't care. You like, hey, I came in to get these Nikes, I came in to get this Victoria's Secret or something. I'm coming in and I'm getting it. I'm not even care, you know, as long as they can help me get the product. I don't care how they're feeling. They could be having the worst day. Their car could have died on the way here. But just know, be human. Don't be that iRobot movie, meme that been trending, or I guess still trending or whatever. You know, be a chill guy. Be a chill guy. Yeah, have a little humanity. I don't know. We have been lost our humanity as people, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. People are gonna be people, and we're always gonna have a evil in our own way, like a selfish side to us, because we want what we want when we want it, and since we live in a fast-paced environment, we get things like that, Amazon shipped to your door, fast food in your hand, less than 5 minutes. Because that's another thing. And I'm sorry, I'm just rambling about work. But a customer complained to me that they've been in line too long. Mind you, they only been in line for 3 minutes. I'm not the Flash. I can't get you to the goal with the speed for it. I'm like, bro, let me ring. First of all, there's other customers who've been here before you. You gonna have to wait regardless. So I don't know why you get special privilege of, I don't. The Weeknd or Beyonce can walk in my store. Yeah, everyone gonna look at him and they gonna, hello, I just want the, hey, but Weeknd, you still gotta wait on Lil Brandon and Jocelyn to get their stuff before you get it, bro. Even though I'm pretty sure we're trying to get the Weeknd as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure we would, You like, hey, Weeknd, come here so we can, get you checked out real quick. Gotta whatever. But I'm like, really? You waited 3 minutes? Like it was like you ain't got nothing important to do. I know you don't. So I don't know why you complaining of, like, unless I get it for yesterday of like Black Friday. We're trying to get people in and out as fast as possible because of I've always, and I was like asking people when I had time. I'm like, oh, is this your first stop? They're like, yeah, we gotta go to this store, blah blah blah, and get the deals. So I get it in that sense, but bro, it's the day after Black Friday. Damn, bro, it's not as crazy. You got time to wait. Yeah, parking still might, and that's another thing. If you're waiting for a parking spot, you gonna wait in line for something. You know what you coming for. Unless you think it's gonna be dead empty, unless it's a store that nobody knows about, or they didn't advertise their deals as they should, then I don't know why you think you're not gonna have to wait. At least some point. I basically just ranted about work, but I try to make it in a positive light, fulfillment, because I'm on that hey now, sing now, from that new Kendrick GNX. I got my mom stuck on TV off with, of course, the whole all that screaming Kendrick be doing, which is funny because I already mentioned it. My mom went to McDonald's yesterday. I was like, you already know what I don't want on my burger. Good old mustard. Whoever likes mustard, I don't want to be rude, but you just built different in one of the worst ways. No, okay, I'm not even finished that. I just don't see how people like mustard, because there's been times where it's been on a burger and I'm like, I'm about to go ham on this burger, and I taste it and I'm like, oh no, like all the vibes I had about this burger being the best are gone because this condiment alone ruined my experience. Did I complain? No, I just quickly put that good old ketchup on it and was good to go. Now, of course, I still had to taste the mustard through the ketchup. But I will say, I will take mustard. Please light him up. I said light him up, not let him slide. I will take mustard before I take mayo. I'm just saying, in a heartbeat. I will take mustard before I take mayo, because I believe mayo has to be one of the worst condiments out there. Like it's not even top 10, and I don't even know what you consider top 10 condiments. If you don't, you had one job. You touched the ball and failed to pick it up. I think you're benched for the rest of the game. Just I really am curious now. I want to look up top 10 condiments of what people think is top 10. Because of course I feel like from where you are, as in like state wise, and your culture that you were raised in of what you eat could be very different and varied. What are the top 10 condiments? Ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, barbecue sauce, hot sauce, sriracha, soy sauce, ranch, salsa, relish, fish. Okay, I'm gonna talk about something I know. Fish sauce is on there. I don't even know what. I never even heard of it. If I had to list top 10 for me, top number one for sure has to go to ketchup. If I could share it with another one, I'm putting barbecue sauce up there. But barbecue sauce is a close second. Next would be, I would either say personally ranch dressing or sriracha. So, but I'm gonna put ranch third and sriracha fourth. So we got ketchup, barbecue sauce, ranch, salsa. Then I'm gonna put soy sauce as number 5. 6 would be salsa. 7 would probably be mustard. Actually, no. I'm gonna put hot sauce. I don't like hot sauce at all, but I'm gonna put it above mustard. So hot sauce would be number 7. Mayonnaise, no. Mustard would be number 8. Mayonnaise would be number 9. So I'm gonna put relish at the very bottom. I've never had it, so I don't want to judge something I've never had. So that'd be my top 10 condiments. Don't even know how I got on this topic. I think it's because I just brought up Kendrick's mustard. Okay, U of H for the win. U of H for the win. What's crazy is, like I said, I have much further with U of H. I actually probably could have gone there. I probably most likely would have gone there. But my mother gave me this rule when I went to school. She's like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck away from me and be 3 hours away from me, I'm like an hour and a half away from U of H. So I was like, damn, that's not 3 hours. So got booted and went to San Antonio. And that's an exact 3-hour drive. So if my mother did not give me that rule, maybe an hour, then I would have maybe went to U of H. And and it's always nice to think of like what other colleges you could have gone to, and like granted you wouldn't met the people you know now and made the connections you know now, but like to know that you can meet different people and still have like your own similar friend group, but different people, different experience, and a different location. Like I just me thinking of me being in San Antonio, having the time I had at school, and like maybe I could have went to LSU. LSU would have been insane. I already know that. If I went to Oklahoma State or just anywhere else, like going traveling. Of course, the only downside is like of you coming home, unless you got the finances to do so, be coming home often and stuff like that, and whatnot. So, and then if you get like in a serious situation of like accident or whatever, then your family has to come and you gotta wait on them to come get you or whatever. Thank you for watching yet another episode of this gaming channel. Hope you enjoyed me beating up on Virginia on with good old U of H Cougs. I would do the sign, but I feel like it's disrespectful because I'm not a Coug. Plus a little gang sign, so I ain't trying to get shot. They bloods in my school's technically Crip. So yeah. Anywho, y'all be blessed, and see y'all in the next one.